I thank the gentleman for yielding. Mr. Speaker, it is with heavy heart that I stand here today on the 40th anniversary of Roe v. Wade, a decision that has done so much harm to the moral landscape of our nation. Since that dreadful day 40 years ago, there have been more than 55 million abortions in this country. That is roughly 1/5 of the United States population who we will never know. We will never derive the contributions to society that these nameless angels could have brought to the world. And even worse, the emotional pain that millions of women have endured in the days, months, and years after their abortion. It's my honor to put in the record today the story of Joyce Zunis, who joins us today. It's compelling testimony, and it's an honor to put her testimony forward. Since I was sworn into Congress nearly 3 weeks ago, I have had the opportunity to sign on to pieces of pro-life legislation. I believe that it is important that we prevent any taxpayer dollars from going to abortions or organizations that perform abortions. I believe in the sanctity of life, that life is truly a gift from conception to natural death. And I am dedicated to protecting the rights of the unborn. I support the efforts to reduce the number of abortions in this country and will work not only to make abortion illegal, but to make abortion unthinkable. You see, as a mother of 3 beautiful children, the sanctity of life is very cherished and very personal to me. In fact, it was exactly 23 years ago that I came to Washington, D.C. on a bus from St. Louis, Missouri, to participate in the March for Life. I know it was exactly 23 years ago because I was 6 weeks pregnant at the time with my second son, Stephen. Taking a 14-hour bus ride while experiencing morning sickness is generally not advisable, but I knew actively participating in the pro-life movement at a time when I was carrying my unborn child was so very important. As a mother, I want to raise my children in a world that values life at all stages. I do not want to raise them in a world that exhibits a flagrant disregard for human life. And at that moment, 23 years ago, I knew that it was not enough to simply say that I was pro-life. I had to indeed walk the walk. On the anniversary of the Supreme Court decision that legalized abortion in this country, I am heartbroken for the pain this decision has caused over the last 40 years. But I am hopeful and inspired by the many young people I have seen today who will be marching side by side with me for life this Friday. I encourage my colleagues to join me and show support for human life at all stages. I yield back.